Hi, I am live a little bit later than I said that I was going to be, but anybody who knows me is not surprised at that. So, hi, I am Shifra of Spiral Intuitive, and I wanted to come on today and do a little reading for the collective. I've also called it a general reading or a general public reading. This is just going to be a little like heads up from the universe. If it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. I'm a big believer in paying attention to what feels right and what resonates as our own truth rather than just doing it because somebody else said we should. And then if there are any individuals who come on as I'm finishing up the reading, then I will pull some cards, do a one card reading for people. And I was recently attended a virtual event where I figured out how to do one card pulls for people over Zoom. And it worked out really well because I'm a firm believer that we all have intuition, we all have that inner wisdom. It's just a matter of making space for it and also for listening to it. And so that's what a lot of my work is on helping people connect with their intuition. And I find the cards are a really wonderful way to do that. So today I am playing with the True Intuitive Heart Tarot, or True Heart Intuitive Tarot. I'll have to clarify on that. But it's a beautiful deck, very diverse in the imagery, which is definitely important to me because, of course, I am an intersectional feminist and very much believe in Black Lives Matter and love is love, and definitely doing my own anti-racist work. So I'm super happy to play with this deck, who was created by a Black woman and published, I think, just December of last year. So it's only been out for a little bit, and I am really digging it. All right, so I'm going to start with 5 cards that represent all of the directions and elements, including spirit and center. And if you have been paying attention to my Intuitive Tips Tuesdays, I've been doing a series on the elements these last couple of weeks, and have created it actually so the earth element coincides with Earth Day next week. So stay tuned for that one. But again, for this reading today, it's just going to be a general heads up for what's coming up. So I'm just going to do another couple shuffles, and then we'll go from there. And of course, every reader has their own style, and my go-to spread these days is the 5 cards, and then just kind of building from there. And I always like starting with the energy that we're coming out of. And I see that we are very much coming out of a period of kind of adventure and seeing what is available to us, but at the same time playing with what flows easily and also what kind of scares us. So there has been this wonderful but also uncomfortable push and pull these last few weeks, especially. It's like, I want to go on an adventure. No, I need to stay here. I want to go out into the world. No, I'm not fully vaccinated yet, so I'll wait. So there is some wonderful balance to be found in that movement between extremes, and also just in recognizing that however we are pushing or pulling ourselves or feeling pushed or pulled, there is still balance in the middle, and there is still a safe place to come back and rest. And I think we forget that too often, especially when we are busy and on the go a lot. We forget to just kind of take that breath and just be like, ah. And that's one of the reasons why I love gratitude practice as well, because it reframes our brains to pay attention to what's going well. because as humans, we are hardwired to notice what's wrong, but we have to really train ourselves to focus on what's right. And gratitude is certainly a piece of that. And self-care in terms of taking care of ourselves, not only in our bodies, but also in our minds and our spirits and our hearts. And we are kind of inundated right now with different ways of doing self-care. And the reality is that we have to play and we have to see what works for us and what doesn't, and allow that to be okay. Because otherwise, what are we doing? We're just wasting time and energy and money and not feeling better because of it. And we're also in a period where we want to control everything, but yet have somebody else take control. So again, it's that kind of push and pull duality of being able to take care of ourselves without separating ourselves from our community, whether that is friends, family, professional network, or just our appreciation and connection with the world around us. There is this sense that we have to be in control all the time, and that's just not possible. It just isn't. So the less that you focus on holding really tightly onto control, the more that some of that healing and well-being can flow easier. Certainly easier said than done, I know. But there's that focusing on what we can control, and embracing that, as opposed to kind of beating ourselves up for not being able to control everything. So just take some time to recognize what is in your power and what is not, and give yourself some grace around that, because we're kind of taught to hold ourselves really tightly and be very domineering, and sometimes the greatest strength is that gentleness. And it's hard to be gentle while controlling everything. So maybe some gentle control is what's coming up. I am also seeing that we have created a lot more connection and community these last few months that we might forget. Certainly, as so many of us are transitioning more back into in-person things, we might forget the connections that we have through technology, through virtual space. So just a reminder that as we are connecting in person, that doesn't mean that we need to or want to or will benefit from letting go of those virtual connections. Because all of this is moving toward a fullerness of our creativity and a sense of being able to participate in the world in a much more balanced and beautiful way, without that sense of needing to control everything, because we are part of the world and connecting with the universe, as opposed to keeping ourselves separate from that. And recognizing also that the creative inspiration that we have inside of ourselves is worth sharing. And the more beauty there is in the world, the more beauty there is. And that's a beautiful thing and needed, especially with so much pain and grief in the world right now. And so sometimes self-care is survival. And for any of you who are in that survival mode and in crisis mode, I see you coming through it. I see you being able to feel your heart and know that you are strong enough and you're not breaking. So I hope you believe that for yourself too, because I see it and I feel it. And we need more of that in the world as well. So just taking a look back at the cards to see if anything sticks out that I'm missing. But it very much is that focus on what we can control rather than trying to control everything, because then we end up not controlling anything. And balancing that with some honest self-care. Again, not just chocolates and bath bombs. It's the way we talk to ourselves. It's how we take care of our daily needs, our spiritual needs, our physical needs as well, and also our creative needs, because creativity breeds creativity. So making space for that is a beautiful thing. And let's see, I don't think anybody's come online yet with me. But this feels really complete, so I'm going to go ahead and switch my screen so that you can all see the cards. So you can see that this is kind of where we were starting from, this energy, and the self-care bit of coming in here, and then releasing some self-control or balancing our control here, and community came up very much there, and then creativity and being connected with the world. So that's what came up today for the general public reading. Oh. And we're back. All right, well, that's going to be all today then, since nobody's come on, which is totally okay, because I'm just doing this for the first time, trying it live. So, yay, I did it. I hope you found something helpful in this reading, and I hope you have a wonderful day and the rest of your weekend. All right, bye-bye. And DM me if you want to schedule a reading for yourself, or if you have any questions about intuition. I believe that we all have it, and I want to increase that in the world. So look forward to having a conversation with you in DMs. All right, bye-bye.